Well, hello, guys, and welcome back. Happy Thursday. Happy first day of October. Happy full moon night. It's a lot of stuff going on, and you've now made it to level 10 of 2020. Congratulations. Was it going to be this month? Zombie apocalypse? I'm not sure. But for one video, and this won't be a meditation video, but let's just drop all of our troubles. They're hitting the floor, we're dropping our troubles, and we're just gonna have fun and chill out with Loki. I got yeah back here. Oh goodness gracious, our order came in. He is well stocked up with Lucky Charms. He is well stocked up with those things. And we got more Halloween candy because who cares about nutrition? So we got that, and we tuck in little stuff in the orders here and there so that by the time it's going to be Thanksgiving or Thorsgiving, as we'll celebrate, you already have like a little bit of this and that to nom on. So we got all of our heavy lifting done for the year. We really have everything we need to get done for the year, unless something more exciting comes up. Our friend is doing okay. She's with her family. She will be with her family until Sunday evening. Sunday evening, if all is going well, they will drop her off at her house, and Monday I am back on duty. So, and we don't mind. We love her. She's a dear. She is a spitfire. She's a witch on wheels at times, but she also feeds me. Her daughter came in the door when I was nomming on a chicken strip. We got her chicken strip basket. And she's at the age where she won't eat it all, so she just shoves her food into me. My grandmother used to do the same exact thing. Old people, when they want to hide the evidence, they'll find the person they know likes food and shovel the food into them. And, I felt bad, but at the same time, I hadn't eaten anything but one Pop Tart either. And the gods just shrugged and said she wasn't going to eat it anyway. She would have thrown it out. You might as well eat it. And he didn't feel bad. And her daughter doesn't seem to mind. Her daughter's still thankful that, I managed to catch her when I did on the phone. I said, hey, not a problem. I said, if, my grandmother, if we hadn't had a blizzard that year and she hadn't been evacuated to the fire hall, we wouldn't have known she was lying to us and she wasn't taking her medication. So she ended up going into a care home, which was the best thing for her. She liked it because it was a better one, and I don't mean better by expensive. I mean they got out of their rooms, they went and they had activities for them and everything else. And some of them are still pretty cognitive and pretty sharp in the homes, but it's just they need a little more care. So she actually liked that, and she got her friends and everything else. So, what kind of things do you remember about Halloween? I remember tic-tacking, and that no longer goes on. I don't know if we have a corn shortage or the kids just didn't pass it on to the city kids that moved in, but we always used to have tic-tacking. And I got to admit, that may very well put me in my grave this year, but for you people that have never been exposed to it, what kids in country love to do is sneak onto the farm and steal the ears of corn from the farmer. And it's dried up field corn at this year. You know that stuff you buy at Walmart, and sometimes if you get the deluxe kind, the ear corn's still on it? Yeah, that stuff. They go and they steal that and they take it off of the cob, and they have all the dry corn, and they run up to your house and they throw a handful against the side of your house. I know that sounds dumb, but there's not much to do in the country, at least before the interwebs. You got to understand this. And, they would tic-tac your house. And as a little girl, I thought older kids were like just the coolest. I grew up in the 80s, okay? And I thought they were just the coolest, and I thought the corn was magical. I don't know if my mom like told me one year the fairies brought it or something, but I would go out and I would gather every single piece of corn when they would tic-tac, and I was so excited. And you would even see the older kids running around, and I would be so excited, and they would just hand you corn because they'd feel really bad because they realized you didn't know they were doing it as a trick. And I would put it in little jars and I would save it until, my mom would have me get rid of it. But it was magic corn. It was magic corn, and I was a witch. Keep in mind, I grew up in a pretty sheltered farming community, so I had no idea witches were an actual thing. But it was magical, and I kind of missed that. But like I said, I would probably drop dead of a heart attack if it happened this year. So, kind of on the fence about whether or not I want it to happen. And oh my God, the parades we used to have. When you're a kid or you're in high school or you have like a younger sibling, you go to these parades and you watch the kids kind of toddle and fall down and walk down the street. And they have a costume parade, and you remember being in that, and then they would have a party for the kids at the fire hall. I actually think they might actually still be doing some modified form of that this year. No parade, but I think they'll still have the candy for them. But they'll go in, they'll get a bag of candy this year instead of like the free mix, and then they'll go on. We have our bags. We have our bags. This year, what they're advising people do, if you can do it, is take little baggies and put a few pieces of candy in it. That way, the kids aren't all pawing around through it, because you know how kids are, and they can grab a bag and they can go. Minimum time on your porch, minimum whatever. Obviously, just put the bowl of candy out. It's not the year to mix and mingle. I know, kind of weird, unless you see these kids all the time, like whatever. But not the time to mix and mingle this year. Kind of just put the stuff out, and if the kids trick or treat this year, it's up there. Um, so we're looking forward to that, and we got extra candy just in case. And Loki has been talking to me and whining at me. Do you know what he wants? And I know a lot of people hate this. He wants candy corn. And maybe you don't have it in your country, but it's this kind of, how the hell do you even explain this? It's like if you took sugar and you went to make something out of it and you came up with candy corn. And it was all the rage at one time because, we didn't have all the candy we have now today. Trust me, even back in my day in the 80s when the candy was pretty damn good, we still didn't have all the stuff we have today. And of course, he doesn't just want any kind of candy corn. He doesn't want that dollar store stuff, though I suppose if we got to the dollar store, he'd be happy with that. He wants the fancy kind with the pumpkins in it. You know that kind with the pumpkins in it and, the really nice colors on the candy corn. He wants that. And I can't even describe the taste to you except for candy corn. And it's it's a taste. It's a confection, but it's more like it tastes like they went to make a confection and you got mostly the shell is what it tastes like to me. It's not bad. I will eat it. I know some people are terrified of it though. You just bring out the candy corn and some people will run. Miss that. Kind of miss popcorn balls. I do miss trick or treat. I gotta admit, even old people miss trick or treat. In my time, it was fun. You would get apples, you would get homemade goods. Yeah, I went in the 80s when they could still give you homemade goods and people didn't think old people were trying to kill you. You'd get pennies because that's an old tradition. You would get other stuff. And it was fun. And this year, I suppose more of us will be doing virtual stuff, like stuff in VR if you have a VR set, or stuff on the computer if you got the computer. I really don't know if, we're going to have haunted houses this year, what that's going to look like. I worked in one year, by the way. I enjoyed that. I at least got to do the prep work. I got to do the prep work. I was too young and I couldn't get to go do the actual haunting. But I got to do the prep work. My parents let me work on prepping the haunted house, and it was awesome. So I kind of miss a lot of stuff this year. Even, I don't know. Some places will be open, I think. I think some theme parks will be open, but oh, it's my favorite time of the year. And we've got all the specials that people have put on YouTube on those movie channels. Got that Tim Curry Halloween special. And all these other things that it's my favorite time of the year. I don't mind Christmas. Christmas is schmaltzy in its own way, but Halloween just revolves around being scary and having fun. which to me is more fun, and nothing closes on Halloween. You can just go wherever you want. And if you live in a small town, stuff closes for like a week around Christmas. Nothing closes on Halloween. So I like Halloween more. And it's a Saturday this year, and there's a full moon. Oh, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. Loki's like, wow, how much sugar did you have this morning? None actually. So, we're in good high spirits. Our friend will be back home. We got our order. Everything was in the order, thank the gods. Nothing was broken. Might even, if I'm feeling pretty clear-headed, might even trot to the gas station to pick up some butter or something. That'll be the excitement for the day. I don't know. If I feel steady enough, we'll go. But yeah, we've been having, pretty good day. Got everything done. Got this. Loki insisted. Loki insisted. It's probably going to take 4 hours to upload this, but Loki couldn't resist. He just wanted to have something fun, and he wanted to think about Halloween on the first day of October, and just talk about something, lighthearted. And keep in mind, guys, sometimes that's a good thing to do. Your worries are always going to be there. They don't, they're not going to run away. I wish they did. I wish if you took your eyes off your worries, they all scampered away. But it's good to take some time every so often to take your time off your worries, to treat yourself, to do self-care, especially if you're taking care of other people this year. You kind of have to. You have to kind of fill that tank. So we're taking our time, our weekend off of, not checking on anyone, and we're going to have fun, and we're going to relax, and we're going to sleep in, and we're going to do all that fun stuff. So, make sure you're recharging. And, I hope you guys are going to have a good Halloween. I know it's super early, but I'm like, let's talk about this now until before the velociraptors and the zombies show up later this month, and just nobody has any time to talk about Halloween because we're all building fortifications. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you later. Bye bye.